Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, what you're looking at is another box from eBay, and this just arrived. I opened it to make sure it wasn't full of styrofoam peanuts. It's packed in bubble. Anyway, last week I got a message from Terry, and Terry said, "Benjamin, did you see this?" It was a Marx 595 that was on eBay, and in less than perfect condition, but it had a double reduction motor. So anyway, I looked at it. I had not seen it. I put a bid on it. I was the only bidder, and I won $10. So this just arrived. So let's do the grand unboxing and see what this actually looks like. All right, there's the locomotive. Let's get this out of the way. And let me grab the camera off the tripod. Get a close up of this thing. So Marx 595, and in fair condition. The problem with it, of course, is you notice it has this big gap right here between the front cowling and the shell, and it has a large dent right behind the number board. So it looks like this may have taken a tumble off of a table and probably just knocked everything out of alignment. And it's in, like I said, it's in fair condition. There's no physical damage to it except for this cowling being completely out of place. So anyway, take a look at the motor, double reduction motor, as you see. And the motor is actually in fairly decent condition, it appears. Don't know what's up with this, so I got to get that fixed. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video of the unboxing on this. So as usual, we're going to grab some oil. And I'm going to put a drop of oil right here on the bearing for the armature. Flip it over. We'll put a drop of oil on the main gear. Remember, this is double reduction, so I'll put a big drop of oil there. All right. Let that sit for a second. So overall, it's in decent condition. You see, it's nice and tight on this side, the way it's supposed to be. And yet, on this side, we have this huge gap, plus this dent behind the number board. So it looks to me like this probably took a tumble off of a table. But like I said, I bought it for the motor, so that's what I'm curious about, to see how this is going to run. Or if it's going to run, for that matter. All right, let's put this on. Let's put it on track 2. I've got a consist on track 2 I can use. All right, so power is on. So Marx 595, eBay $10. I was the only bidder. Let's see what happens. Wow, it runs backwards and it runs forwards. Well, it's actually running nice and smooth. I mean, this thing has not been run in decades. There's no doubt about that. It's been sitting someplace for a long, long time. Probably since it tumbled off the table. Hard to say. Don't know if I'm going to be able to repair this or not. First, I've got to pull that front cowling off and then see how bad everything is bent. But in the meantime, like I said, I bought this just for the motor. A double reduction motor in a Marx 595. You don't see that very often. So let's put it back on rail 2. And I've got a consist that we can couple this to. Let's see if this can pull. So $10 on eBay, double reduction motor. I was the only bidder, really difficult to beat that. And grand test. Let's see if this can pull a consist. And it can. Now remember, I haven't done anything to this yet except put 2 drops of oil on it. The headlight is out, as you can see. Well, it's actually running quite well. Now I see these motors listed on eBay. $25, $35, $45. Here's a double reduction motor in a running locomotive for $10. Well, that's running quite well. Okay, there's 50% power. So as you can see, it was definitely worth the 10 bucks. There's no doubt about that. So I'll pull this apart, get the motor lubed and tuned, and oh, no wonder the light's out. There's no bulb in it. So it doesn't look like there's any great amount of damage to the motor at all. It's just been stored badly for a very, very long time. I mean, you can see that the oxide is built up on this steel between the steel and the pot metal wheel. It's always an indication that it's been sitting for a long time for the oxide to build up that thick. But it hasn't spread yet. So the only true problem with it is the fact that it appears to have been dropped. Big dent in the top right here, as you see. Really filthy. So if I can get the front cowling off, I can probably straighten this out. It's just these front cowlings were not designed to come off. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it off intact or not. It's actually a piece of cast pot metal. It's not plastic. So, not sure, but like I said, I bought it for the motor. Double reduction motor and a Marx 595. eBay 10 bucks and I was the only bidder. Really difficult to beat that. So anyway, just wanted to do a grand unboxing. This thing just got here. And a few minutes work, and this is going to be a fairly decent locomotive. Whether I can straighten this out, I don't know. But like I said, I bought it just for the motor. And you can see that it's slightly bent backwards. So it looks to me like it has fallen. That's why you have this big gap here and this big dent on the top. But if I can't save it, I still have all the parts. For example, the smokestack is a headlight bezel for a Commodore Vanderbilt. You have the coupler itself. You have the lens. So, like I said, I bought it for the motor. I don't know if I'll be able to straighten this out or not. The only way to tell is if I can get the front cowling off. I can always epoxy it back on. It's just a matter of getting it out or getting it off and then straightening out the damage on the body. So, don't know. We'll see. But I bought it for the motor. The motor's running, so definitely got my money's worth out of this already. Double reduction motor and a Marx 595. eBay 10 bucks, and I was the only bidder. So, it's running. It appears to be running actually fairly well, considering. This is probably the first time it's run in years. E-unit is working. So a bit of cleanup, lubing and tuning, and this is going to be a nice locomotive. It's going to be a nice motor anyway. Same motor that's in the 666. Exactly the same motor. So I'll pull this apart. I'll put a headlight in it. Get it lubed and tuned, get it clean the brushes and the armature, and then I'll take a look at that cowling and body to see if I can get this straightened out. I can fix this if I can get this front cowling off. It's just a matter of getting it off. This is cast into place, so don't even know if you can get it off without breaking it. Only one way to find out, and that's to try. Anyway, Marx 595, double reduction motor, running, eBay. 10 bucks and I was the only bidder. Pretty difficult to beat that. Anyway, I've got to say it, don't overlook the junk. Like I said, I see these motors going for 25 bucks, 35 bucks, 45 bucks, and I bought the entire locomotive for 10. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.